Hey everybody, Eric Weiss here with Full Cycle Product Development. It's been a minute. I haven't been publishing a lot of content recently. I've been heads down working with some phenomenal clients as an executive coach, but I'm back. That's going to change. So you're going to see a lot more content from me. I've committed to delivering some great value to my community for free. So here we go. Today, I'm going to talk about the number one problem facing everyone in the tech industry now, yourself included, whether or not you realize it. And that is talent. We are in a talent crisis right now. And I'm going to talk to you about how to build a great talent pipeline, as well as how to create what I call a team factory. So how do you attract, hire, and retain great talent? And then how do you build teams that scale infinitely as you grow? All right, so let's dive in. I actually got some slides this time. So your number one problem, whether you know it or not, is talent. COVID-19 has accelerated the digitization of everything. Every human interaction is now going digital. And so the demand for software developers has exploded. The move to remote work is allowing big tech, those well-funded, well-renowned Bay Area companies, to suck up all the great talent everywhere in the country and everywhere in the world right now. And you're having to compete against that. 69% of employers struggling to fill positions, and tech positions are among the top 10 hardest roles to fill. The shortage of engineers is going to be over 1.2 million in the next 5 years. And on top of all that, the turnover rate for software engineers is higher than any other sector. So you're losing people as fast as you can hire them. Okay. Now we want to be able to fill our teams with great people. Okay. We always say we want to hire A players. But what does that really mean? And how do we actually do that intentionally? Okay, so the first thing is to define what it means to be an A player. Okay, and there's a couple different camps here. First off, there is an employee who is in the top 10% of their profession, those superstar geniuses. They're very hard to find. And you're not necessarily going to be able to fill your ranks with that. But the other type of A player, and the one that you really want to focus and hone in on, is someone on your team who you would enthusiastically rehire today. They drive profitability and growth. They have high integrity. They deliver on commitments. And they're a person that other people enjoy working with. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can create a pipeline that automatically selects and filters for this type of person. But first, why are we so bad at this? Why do we suck at hiring? Okay. Well, what do? First thing is we stretch our teams too thin. We wait too long to hire, right? We put a job opening out on a job board and we get hundreds of resumes from total strangers, right? And who's looking for jobs right now? Everybody's gainfully employed. All the great people are working hard. They're well paid. They're not looking at job boards right now, right? So you're only going to attract the dregs, right? We wait too long. We wait till we need to hire. Then we scramble to fill the position. We don't want to pay recruiters because we think it's too expensive. So there's nobody who's really focusing their time on this problem. We don't have a great screening process with clear values or skill requirements. We make candidates jump through unnecessary hoops. We take too long. And so we're just losing candidates left and right. We don't invest enough time into this process, into this problem. So we're not getting people through the pipeline fast enough. And then we're too nice. Because our requirements are fuzzy, we let the wrong people through to later stages of the interview process so that we don't have the time to spend on the right people. One of the most important things is we don't do a good job of selling our company, right? We don't realize we're in a buyer's market right now for talent. And so we need to become great ambassadors for our company. If you want to compete with Apple and Google and the like, why should people want to work for you? If you don't have the household name, if you're not, a known entity, you have to be able to convince people that this is a great place to work with a ton of opportunity, with a great culture, competitive pay, etc. Right? And you have to have that sales pitch on tap. So what happens? We say, all right, I got 3 weeks. I got to fill a position really fast. I'm going to throw a job board out there. I'm going to pick the 10 best resumes, interview them, and I'm going to settle for the best of the batch. Okay, but then we take too long to give the offer. And so that person ends up taking another offer, and we're going to pick the second or third on our list. We hire that person, and then a few months later, we realize it wasn't a good fit anyway because our interview process wasn't that great. So it's not a great way to evaluate people in general. So how do we overcome this? We need to create an ATeam culture. There's a book that I recommend called Who by Jeff Smart. it's a playbook for a really, really rigorous screening process. And the foundational principle is it's better to lose an A player than to hire a B player, right? Which means the default answer is always no. From the initial phone screen to the latest round of interviews, the default answer is no, and you need a strong justification to move somebody to the next stage, okay? It's a hard filter. So that means you need to fill the top of the funnel with great talent. And this is the essence of this ATeam culture in this pipeline that I'm telling you about. You need to spend almost half of your position, especially during the growth stages, spend half of your time focusing on hiring and organizational development. But that doesn't mean you're doing it all by yourself. It has to be a full court press, which means every single person on your team is a recruiter, and they're incentivized to be a recruiter. They're trained and they're sent out there into the community. So every single person on your team has a goal. Go engage in a professional community. Go out there, network with people and find people that you want to work with, that you think are talented, and refer them back to me. Okay? Train them on how to sell your company and on the skills and values that you're looking for in potential candidates. And then give everyone a goal and follow up on that goal that you're going to go out to meetups and conferences and various, professional groups, find great people that you want to work with, bring them back to me, and then give them generous referral bonuses. $10,000 for you to bring somebody that we love, that we hire enthusiastically and sticks around for more than 3 months. Why pay a recruiter $20,000 to $30,000 when you could pay one of your own people $10,000 and have it be somebody that is already pre-selected as somebody that's vetted, that they would want to work with, right? So that's one thing. So you can imagine you're going to have people on your team that are going to be out there hustling for you, right? They're going to be out there networking. They're going to be referring candidates because they want to make good money. And if they're doing that, they're going to help you build the team that's going to work best for you. And then you also need to go on the offensive. You need to go on LinkedIn Recruiter and be searching and sorting and filtering for the kind of person that you want, and then reaching out to people and saying, hey, I'm the CPO or the CTO of this company. This is what we do. This is our mission. This is why we're great. We're looking to hire great people that have this skill set. Your experience really stood out to me. Are you open to talking about a potential opportunity in my organization? And you're going to get a ton of great responses, right? But people that you've selected, not people that are just throwing their resume into your funnel. All right. So fill the top of the funnel with great candidates, pre-selected to be a good fit for your team. Have a rigorous screening process that filters down and default lets people go unless they're the right fit, the right candidate. And you're doing this all the time, whether or not you actually have a position open. You're constantly building your Rolodex of people. So then when the headcount opens up, it's about reaching out to your network and saying, is now a right time for you to make the jump? Okay. So then you bring these people on board, and the 90-day question, the key question that you have to ask yourself 90 days after you hire the person, would I hire this person again today? And if the answer is no, you got to let them go and try again. You can't, you have to iterate on your interview and your screening process. And if you make a mistake, you got to cut your losses and start over again. And hopefully you've got a great stable of people where you can swap that person out fairly easily. Okay, so that is stage one in my talent methodology here. The next time I'm going to talk about how do you take this and leverage this talent pipeline and use it to create effective teams at scale. Okay, if this resonated with you, if you are a fast growing tech company and you're the CTO or the CPO, book a free 60-minute assessment with me where we can talk about your current talent pipeline, the challenges that you're facing in hiring and retaining people, and I'll help you build a strategy to succeed and grow. Okay, my contact information is here. Please reach out to me and let's connect.